Welcome back to yet another extravaganza of 90s Now. Really raising the bar on that one. How you guys doing, Cal, Adam?
There, Sharon.
We keep going up, you guys.
I'm exhausted.
Just from that intro.
No, you know what?
What?
I still haven't recovered from that halftime performance at the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh. We are going to talk about that today.
Woo!
For sure. You know what?
Things going on. Loved it.
I think we're going to talk about that halftime show for a long time to come. That'll be definitely, in my opinion, I think it's going to be on the list of the greats, you know, like great halftime shows. Remember that one? For sure. Would you guys concur?
Yeah.
I just want Mary J. Blige's boots.
Yeah, you know what? With those boots, no pants necessary.
There are no pants necessary, and possibly not a top either. But
yeah, it's debatable. She threw herself on the ground.
There was a lot.
Pretty awesome.
There. She's legendary. She is epic.
I agree.
And I can't. You know what's funny is I can't imagine like which other female artist they could have got that would have fit so well with those boys.
Yeah, just like on her own, holding her own and doing her thing. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Really, I loved watching it. I was like brought to the edge of the couch because I was sitting back enjoying the show and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then within the first minute, it was like, oh, okay, this is going to be exactly as good as I thought it was going to be. So you know what, guys, we're going to talk about that. There's another name on the list of artists who's selling their catalog of music for many millions of dollars. And of all the triple threat superstars in the world that we know and love, who makes the best chocolate chip cookies? According to them, it ain't me. I'm ready to test that though. Like if, give me one and then we'll see. But also Death Row Records' new top D-O-G. Sorry.
So close,
yeah.
Sharon.
So close, man. I'm super hip. Kelly's Trivia. We got a 90s rewind too. That's all about that mixtape you made in 1990. And we've got news about Nick Cannon's new song that really points right back at his ex, but in a I want you back, but I know it's too late kind of way. So I think we should start there today because Nick Cannon's ex is, of course, Mariah. And how about this song? Like the lyrics of this song there's really no gray area.
Yeah.
Right? As much as I want you back, it's probably better where you at because I'm still running the streets. I'm still all in the sheets. That's not going to get her back, by the way.
Yeah.
Having babies, models and singers and actresses saying they pregnant by me. He sings, have to pay $10,000 a week. I take care of my peeps. Now you don't worry when I creep. You got a man next to you when you sleep. What? Dude, she's not going to say yes.
Yeah.
But
if anything, she has reconfirmed her decision to not return to, no, that was a lot. Like I listened to the clip and, it was a lot. It was heavy. It was also mixed badly. Like the clip I heard.
So that's the insult to injury. Not only was it not good,
yeah,
but it really didn't sound good.
I have to say though, I was surprised about this. Like the timing is I don't know. Like, I guess there's no good timing for this, but
Valentine's Day was pretty good timing.
Yeah, I suppose to his bleeding heart, his poor bleeding heart. I like Nick Cannon, but he has just fathered several children in the last like 24 months and / maybe 3 years. And I don't know that Mariah would be open to a reconciliation, knowing that that's all gone on. And then another one is on the way with, I believe, yet another woman.
Wow.
So
is there no like protection being used?
I don't think that's his plan. So
he's populating. He's a populist.
So it's just like he's got a lot going on. And then also like, reading Mariah's book, she, it's been a while since I've read it, but my recollection of it is that she's pretty careful about the men in her life. Like she hasn't had 9 million. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I think she says in the book at one point she's been with like 4 or 5 people, like say 2.
Wow.
And she's fine with that. So I don't know that she would be fine that he has a growing family tree with several different branches.
It makes Thanksgiving and the holidays complicatore,
Yes.
which
So,
is
yeah, I
not
don't know.
necessarily Spanish.
That was did you check that in your app before we start?
I think it was one of those, I said it with confidence, so it might be.
Yeah, so I don't I don't think that song at that time frame is going to win MC back.
Well, clear. I wouldn't. If
Yeah.
I were Mariah Carey, which I
Yeah.
am not,
Yeah.
I would say no thanks.
And she's been with her current boyfriend, her former backup dancer, Brian Tanaka, for several years now. Like I want to say at least 4 or 5. So I think they're solid. And he seems like a sweet boy.
And she posts fun videos and she seems very good in where
Like
she's at in
content.
her life. So Nick
Content
Cannon,
and happy.
yeah, leave it be.
Yeah.
Step off, Nick.
But did you like, would you have seen this coming? Like, I mean, maybe when they were in their 60s, like I could see like him going like, what could have been? But the timing just seems curious, unless he's really that unhappy. And that's why he's being promiscuous, because he's just all over the place in his mind, you know? I don't know.
Well, let's talk about the hashtags in his own social media post about the song, which were hashtag broken, hashtag shattered, hashtag toxic, hashtag raw, and hashtag alone, which is the name of the song. But like broken, shattered, and toxic, these are not the words you're using in your dating profile, by the way. And shouldn't be on your post if you want to get her back.
One of my exes probably would use that. Just so
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Sharon knows which one. So
and it's a long list.
Anyway.
Oh, Kelly, you minx.
Yeah. That's what I think of. Kelly Alexander, minx. Adam doesn't know what to do. Adam's about to fall off his chair.
Adam's nervous.
Adam, where's that green sweater set you had? That's what
it's at home. I try to save it for every other episode.
Okay.
You know?
You're wise. Wise beyond your sweater set years.
Yeah.
I do own more than one piece of clothing.
I appreciate that. It's just there's something about that green turf sweater. Maybe it reminds me of home.
It's true. Kelly's family is a turf farming family.
That's it. That's what it says on our Facebook bio, turf farming family.
This is our turf. That should be your tagline. Alexander Farms. This is our turf.
I'm going to talk to Daddy Alexander immediately tomorrow and see what he says.
You tell him. Let me say Sharon's here for us.
Yeah.
I'll step aside though, right in this moment, because I think Kelly's got to be here for us for some trivia.
Let's do it.
90s now trivia.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
I am interested to see what's going to become of this question with either of you. So this is under the hobbies, toys, and games question.
Okay.
Which device used cartridges instead of CDs or tapes and only played 1-minute clips of chart songs? Wait till I tell you the name of this. It's a cool name of this device or service or whatever it was called, but
I was
it's a device. It's a device.
When you said cassettes, but
same.
Game Boys didn't play songs.
So we're both not getting this.
I'm gonna guess. I don't know.
Your name
I know,
is your buzzer,
Adam.
Sharon.
Oh, Adam knows it. Hold on.
Oh.
MP1 players.
No.
I like how happy you are with that guess, though.
Sharon, what's your guess?
Oh man, mini disc player.
A what player?
A mini disc player.
Oh, that's a nice guess. No.
Thank you.
So you ready for this? I've never heard of this. There was a device in the 90s called hit clips.
Wow.
But why would you want to play just a minute of a song?
Saving time? I don't know.
Well,
I'm not sure. But anyways, I've never heard of it. So that's question number 1. Question number dos.
Oh wait. Okay, first of all, it doesn't look good, and you
It's
actually
not
needed
fancy.
you needed an individual cassette for every song.
Well, that is not practical.
That's just a terrible idea.
Oh, Kelly.
But it's a cool name, Hit Clips.
Well,
It's
that's the only
dumb.
great thing that was about it.
Dumb. All right, question number 2.
Hit Clips is in the garbage.
There we are. I'm going to ask this question, and this might lead into one of your next topics, Sharon. And this was unprompted. Jennifer Lopez began dating which rapper in 1999?
Adam.
Sharon? Ooh.
Adam, you
take
beat
it,
her by a
Adam.
second.
Go for it.
Snoop Dogg.
He's been with a lot, but not her. Actually, I shouldn't say that because he's been married to his wife for a while. So I'm sure he wasn't doing that. Sharon?
I'm going to guess Ja Rule.
No, you know this, Sharon.
I do.
50 Cent.
P. Diddy.
Let's guess all the rappers. Oh, I was going to guess him next, but I thought,
No,
let's
remember
go.
they showed up with remember her like that turquoise dress, remember?
But they were, yeah, I do remember.
And then wasn't
now that
she
you
like
say it.
didn't they break up around the time when he had that gun charge or there was like a gun incident?
Oh, yeah. Remember at the clubs?
Yeah.
That's when they went to the clubs with guns. Don't do
Pre-pandemic.
that.
You know what's crazy is like we were watching, my better half and I, a YouTube video about a specific like ATV, like an all-terrain vehicle. And I'm not joking. So this was the guy somewhere in the States somewhere. And like he starts off, he's like, hey, I'm about to head off on a solo ATV ride. He's like, normally I go with a buddy, but nobody's available this weekend. So I'm going by myself. And he's like, this is my kit that I bring with me when I go by myself. And I was like, oh, that's cool to see what he takes as like survival in case he hurts himself or something happens. So he starts off, he's like, here's my snacks, here's my water, like a compass or whatever the heck it was. He even had a tourniquet, okay, like in case he hurt his arm. And then you ready for the pièce de résistance for this survival kit? A gun.
Well,
wow.
He's like, yeah, what, I just, make sure I'm prepared and I need this with me. And I was like, in Canada, that wouldn't be an option unless you were heading out. Cause he had like, it was like a revolver. Like it wasn't like a shotgun to take out a moose. You know what I mean? It was like bang, bang. Like,
who's he expecting to run into?
This was my question. Like who needs a gun in the woods?
Well, it could scare off the bear.
I don't know.
It could kill the bear.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not sure if that little pistol would have done it, but I just want to add if you like that gesture.
I like your gun gesture.
Pew, pew. Anyways, back to you, Sharon. But I found that very like strange. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot to pack and a lot to unpack. But that's what we're doing on 90s Now. Unpacking people's pistols. I'll thank you not to unpack my pistol. Hey, let's go back to the halftime show. How about that? How about that halftime show? I mean, we covered it at the top. It was I thought it was incredible.
Here's my thing though. I really enjoyed it, like really liked it, but like I was surprised that everybody was losing their marbles over it. Like I thought it was very good, but I don't know if you guys noticed there was a bit of audio, like their audio was low. I noticed that. Yeah. So that bothered me. Obviously none of them bothered me. I thought they were all great, but like, and I thought it flowed very well, but I wasn't like it's not the greatest of all time for me. It's the greatest of all time for me in a way to see all those legends together and they held it together. But that's what I like, oh my God, this is the best one ever. It's probably top 5 for me, top 3 even.
Ooh, well, well, that's pretty high on the list,
but probably top 5.
But you know what, no, go ahead, Kelly. Go ahead.
Now go, Adam. It's your turn. I've said my piece.
You guys,
thank you very much. You know, the only thing that bothers me, and it's not about the show. It's not their fault, but by the time they're doing the show, it's 5 p.m. It's 6 p.m. in Los Angeles.
Yep.
It's still bright outside.
Yeah.
And it just, to me, a show is not as cool in the middle of the day than it is at night, where everything is dark and you see the lights and you see the lasers and you see everything, it lacked that added value, and it's not their fault. I mean, you're not gonna push back the football game just to have the show at night. But
And I bet that powerhouse lineup of hip hop giants aren't used to playing matinees either.
nope, be the headliner.
But and I too, I mean, it's certainly not the best one of all time, but I thought it was really just great to see them all there. And smooth, you know. And I heard a clip of Dr. Dre talking about just certain elements that had happened, and just the way he described how, you know, we all showed up on time, we're all very professional, and this and this and this. And I thought, isn't it amazing that, you know, 30 plus years later, that he still has to sort of almost protect the genre by saying we were professional, we showed up on time. Like, he's a giant within the industry outside of even actively rapping. He's huge, but he's still having to sort of sell it, you know. So I felt bad for him, is what I'm getting at. I'm like, this is a genre that is long since past its trial run, you know, like it's a force to be reckoned with. So I find it interesting that still if people would put him in a position where he has to say something, you know, where he has to defend it like that.
Yeah. I will say that I really appreciated the lineup they had for LA. Like it was such a good lineup for the hometown. And I love Kendrick. Kendrick can do no wrong. Like,
incredible.
I love that.
I love that 50 Cent was the bonus.
And that was cool. I love seeing 50. And when he came hanging down, and also like he's a bigger 50. He's like maybe 75 cents right now.
Yeah.
So
he's more than what you bargained for.
And but I love, like, it's funny, like he has such a good presence, 50. So that was like amazing to watch. And again, Mary J. Blige, her outfit was just killer. Like she knows how to bring it. It was bananas. And I will say one thing that I felt they could have done, not the performers themselves, but whoever was styling, those backup dancers that were on the right near the end, like I think when Eminem was doing his thing, they were in like kind of like a gray color. Like they didn't stand out. They were in different colors of like gray, and like it was just like kind of monotone colors. And I was like, why aren't they in like either all black or like blue and black, or like, I don't know. It just didn't, they kind of melded into the field for me.
Well, fun fact also, the LED lights provided for the halftime show once again this year were, it's a Montreal company.
Nice.
And Factory.
Pixmob, is it?
Oh, I thought it was Moment Factory. My bad.
Well, I don't want to fight with you.
Neither do I.
Just really cool though, I think, for if we can brag for a moment that from our little corner of the world, that it's, I think, their third or fourth Super Bowl presence with their fancy lights.
And I'm not sure if you read this somewhere. I want to give a shout out to Dre because I believe he subsidized a lot of that performance.
And why would he have to?
I don't know, but I wanted to give a shout out because I read that. So I'm not sure if like the Super Bowl only gives a certain amount, and then if you want to overblow that, why by doing more production and whatever. I guess that's what. But I heard he spent almost $7 million of his own money.
That's a lot, especially for an event and the beneficiaries of that event, of that performance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's not good. I don't like hearing that people had to spend out of pocket.
And then I heard that he went to McDonald's later.
Oh, why wouldn't you? I
think that's great. Apparently I didn't read the full story, but I read that he like had a dinner with, I guess, the people that were involved and whoever else he wanted there. Then they went back to his house, hung out. And then I guess obviously it was like an all night affair. And then I read something about him going to Mickey D's. So I think that's great.
Well, I'm going to go to Mickey D's after this show.
Well, because we're having a happy time. They had a happy time. You get a happy meal to match the occasion. And fun fact that Snoop Dogg, as super chill as he was during that halftime show, and he just looked like he was like, yeah, this is my life. I'm living it best, you know. Mm-hmm. His professional career seems to have come full circle because he is now the proud owner of Death Row Records, the label on which he made his debut, which is really cool, saying that he's thrilled and appreciative of the opportunity to acquire the iconic and culturally significant Death Row Records brand. He says it feels good to have ownership of the label that he was a part of at the beginning of his career. and as one of the founding members, which is really cool. Extremely meaningful moment for him, he said, which is also very cool. He's very busy too lately because he's also working on a show with Kelly Clarkson, kind of a Eurovision Song Contest. So there's no stopping Snoop, man. And the commercial with Martha Stewart during Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Those two are the dynamic duo.
It
Snoop
seems-
Dogg and
Yeah.
Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
You know, he should drop a single and she should feature.
I'd listen to
cool.
that.
I'd get a hit-
a
I'd get a
million
hit
times
clip of
better
that.
than- sorry?
I'd get a hit clip of that.
Yeah, exactly. I would also pay for that. No, I think that would be like mad business if we saw Snoop drop a single featuring, you know, Martha Stewart. M Dizzle. That could be her stage name.
Mizzle dizzle.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of sweet baked goods,
Yeah.
were we? Not at all. But a sweet little bit of news about one of our favorite triple threats and how her chocolate chip cookies are yet another thing that could be featured on her list of credits. It's Jennifer Lopez, everybody, who was recently on The View and talking about these chocolate chip cookies being so good that she can't just have one. Why?
You really
She said-
believe that? I believe that she has none of them because she
I believe she cuts it into 4 and rations it through the week.
Yeah.
Well, she
actually
says it's the
saw-
J dough, which I love.
That's amazing. She should have her own brand.
Yeah.
She probably will.
Duh.
Yeah. I read an article once and I can't confirm if the article is true or not, but I read something where they said that some lady was at like a party. I don't know if it was an award show or like the after party of an award show, something like that. And she saw Beyonce. And again, I'll say this
Beyonce.
unconfirmed because this was just something I read on the internets, but that she saw how Beyonce was like just very focused on like she had this, like it was like a piece of a cookie or
Mhm.
whatever it was. And like, and that was it. Like she had like a square of whatever it was. And that was her treat.
Well, that's strength because I came home from work today and I had a cookie with my tea and I thought, who are you kidding? Have another one. So there was two cookies that didn't see me coming.
Yeah.
They'll never know. So it's Sting that is actually the latest on the list of the now even richer, not for his cookies, but for his music catalog that he has sold for, drum roll, Kel, you want to give the number?
I read it was 300 million.
Yeah. That's a lot of millions. What is that about? I am ready to sell something for anything.
But
I
the
don't have a
question is not-
catalog of music, but I can grab some stuff and see
On a hit
what
clip.
we can. Yeah.
Question
We'll put a
is
price
not
tag on it.
why selling it. Who would buy this? Who buys $300 million worth of Sting's catalog?
Sting's new. I don't know. I don't know how you repurpose
Well, it's
it.
Universal. Didn't we read it was Universal? Isn't it Universal?
Yeah, but why?
Are
I
you
don't-
saying like
Because-
why Sting?
Sting has many songs that they can place, right? Like Every Breath You Take, like just there's like
Right.
that's just one of them. There's a bunch that they could place in movies, in commercials, in whatever, and they're gonna make
Okay.
6 coin. So
Okay.
300 million is really not much for them.
It's pocket change.
And didn't we read in that article that Sting has like ridiculous amounts of replays on his, like on some of his stuff or whatever? Didn't like I read that somewhere. So I think that this is a no-brainer.
Replays equals repays.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually would have thought that 300 million is obviously amazeballs, but I guess like I would have even thought he could have got 4 or 450 because it's Sting. Like he's got so many songs. Doesn't he have
Yeah.
13 Grammy awards or something? Like it's bananas.
I don't know.
I'm
I
asking
don't
a
know.
lot
I
of
haven't been
questions,
over in a while. You are
and
asking
you
a lot
two
of
don't have
questions.
answers.
I wish I had something for you.
That's enough.
But I don't.
Adam, can you
hear
just
that sound
quickly
in the
check-
background? My dog is asking for treats.
Adam, can you tell me if it's 13 Grammy awards for Sting? I feel like it is. And which dog wants treats, Sharon?
Chester.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, he's forgetting that I've already given him 2.
But he just wants his second cookie, Sharon.
Don't we all?
Some J Doe. She better have a brand now
She better, and I'm gonna buy them.
because what's his face?
Now.
Jermaine Dupri has vegan ice cream, so you could match the J Doe with the JD ice cream.
Ooh, I'm not interested in vegan ice cream.
You're not.
I'm interested in ice cream. Froyo. That's it.
That's
Who's ready for the
Froyo
answer
and some
on,
J-Do.
I'm
Yeah,
ready
let's
for
do it.
Sting.
So drum roll, Sting has won 18 Grammys.
18.
Wow.
Okay, so more than 13.
Last one in 2019 with Shaggy for Best Reggae Album.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot of
Well-
numbers for today, Sharon.
Well, I've got more numbers for you because we've got a 90s rewind to do.
Let's go, girl.
Rewind.
Girl.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. We're back. This is the week I'm taking you back to 1990. This was a week that we saw, I should emphasize, saw Paula Abdul singing and dancing with that Tiger Cat fella. On Opposites Attract. I don't remember his name. Wasn't it the Wild something?
We always have this. Isn't it DJ Fat Cat or something?
Slim Shady.
It's
Nope,
that's
not
50
that.
Cent.
Scat Cat.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Scat Cat. That's the one. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. Why do you know what? It's one thing to not remember something right away, but then you do. And I'm like, yeah, I remembered that.
You had your smug look on.
Yeah, Scat Cat, bro. So yeah, Opposite Attract was actually at the on top of the charts. And Gloria Estefan was actually pretty chill on Here We Are. She was all over the radio at that time in 1990. Very crossover because it was pretty mainstream, but she was still, you know, she had the Latin flair, the
Coming out of the dark.
exactly. Triumphant she was. The B-52s were all over the world with Rome from the Cosmic Thing album, which is incredible. So check that out if you have not yet. 32 years later. How about Michael Bolton trying to figure his stuff out? How am I supposed to live?
It's like he's here.
It's like he's here. Michael.
Get enough of it.
Yeah, but he couldn't not sing along with that mane of hair. And there was a little bit of Canadian content with our Alana Miles and what would have actually been her signature hit, Black Velvet, that was on the charts around this time in 1990. And that's your 90s rewind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Epic,
I know.
Sharon.
I forgot about Anala Miles.
Mm.
Well, here she is.
Before you wrap up the show, Sharon, I would just like to wager a bet that should you have a contest with J-Lo about her J-Do, I think you'd win because your cookies are very good, which I think you should make some for my birthday.
Oh, thank you. You're talking about the ginger cookies, Kelly?
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm
I
due
would
to
just
make more,
like
so.
to point out that my
Yeah.
birthday comes before Kelly's birthday. So
Right.
And your birthday
Sharon's going to be
soon.
on vacation though, so I'm not sure. Oh, but she'll be back the day before. So Sharon, the minute you come home,
Yeah. I was actually thinking of doing that. So yes, I'll make that happen. I will make sure that you get some cookies for your birthday, Adam, and Kelly, I will get some to you too.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You heard it here third. And that's it, you guys. That's
we'll
it.
see you
wanna
next
go?
week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you all for finding us wherever it is that you do that. We appreciate it. Whatever your platform, whatever your deal. Thanks for locking in and checking back and listening to 90s Now. Still happening.